everyone, Megabuild Games here, and let's begin. Wait a minute, I didn't set this to what it's meant to be, but I'll get to show you the name of the road that we're on. Melville. I find that hilarious, because Herman Melville. Get it right, Moby Dick. Does dormitory live in here? No, it does not. It's residential. No, it's not. We'll find it. Dormitory. Sweet. Let's build this. Now, one of my many concerns is that this build that I'm going to do is not going to fit with the rest of the aesthetic of this university town. I'm doing this because I prefer modern builds, and the dormitories I know that I'm looking out the window at, they're all modern. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Also, I've been trawling a certain Tumblr and seeing all these cool new things that you can do in The Sims that I didn't even think of. So that's fun. So we should be trying those out at some point. Now, this is a big space. I could fit a lot in here. Now, I'm going to do dormitories in the way they're done in the UK. So, that's a warning to you. Let's just start with... Let's do a 5x4. Just here. 4x5 there. And then a 4x5 there. 5x4 there. I'm doing this to differentiate things a bit. Say we're gonna go 10 rooms. I'd say 10 rooms is a good way of doing things. Or at least in this little block. This is, like I said, UK style. Okay? And by that, I mean blocks are huge, fit many Sims in here, or people, as they really are. We share bathrooms. Well, we don't always share bathrooms. That's kind of a choice thing, I think. Well, I share a bathroom, but only with one person, so that's cool. And then there's like a communal kitchen. Ooh, I forgot entrance. You know what? Make that a little bit longer. Make it so that you enter through the kitchen. That seems viable. It's a big communal living space, this. Actually, you know what? Never mind that. I'm just gonna keep on doing until I get to as far as back as I want to be. Right. Let's make this bit here the entrance instead. And you'll understand why I want to do that in a second. Which means we can then... I'd say 2 bathrooms is enough, but I guess. On the inside, corridors aren't too bad. Like straight walls and stuff aren't too bad. If we do 4 bathrooms, I feel like then there'll be enough for everybody. I mean, you're still sharing, but... because of the space we still got left. This is pretty much how we do things. And then we'd have a big kitchen communal area here. There's a big amount of space. Oh look, there's birds flying there, that's quite cool. Let's get a little gaze at them. I like them, they're quite cute. Oh, I can't extend my camera out there, that's a shame. Oh, I just clicked off of... never mind. Okay. So if this is the entrance... we'll do... well, first of all, let me do something that needs to be done. We need a stairwell. I'm going to use this one, and you'll see why in just a second. Plus it stacks. There's a roof there, which is why we can't. And then, also in a building like this, we would use an elevator. Come on. Let's actually put the thing in. They're probably gonna... the game is probably gonna get a bit moody because we want to put doors here and here. But we'll live. And we want some nice big doors. I feel like these are good interiors. And they would probably work well in the communal bit too. Exterior doors. I'm just trying to think what sort of doors we have. That seems the most viable. I'm not even gonna lie. Why can't I turn it that way? There we go. And yeah, with this stairwell, this is a very tight hallway, but it's cool. They are very tight hallways in uni. Well, where I'm at, I'm sticking a column in there because that looks awesome. Right. I do a lot of this kind of stuff just for fun, just building dorms and stuff. Like the last build we did was more of a challenge for me, so I thought I'd take it back and do something just large scale this time. Alright, so we'll get some doors in. Not there. Thanks, game. There. There and there. There and there. There and there. And then where were they? They're on the left hand, I mean the right hand side. There we go. Lots of placement noises in my ears right now. And then a couple more. Like so. Now that's a kind of typical kind of layout of these new modern build dormitories. And obviously this then gets repeated on above floors, so luckily this one doesn't have an outside bit. Okay, we've got the room tool. I didn't think we had the room tool. It's just easier for us to just start placing walls, and then it ends up just being entirely enclosed anyway. That's the problem with these dorms, is there are a lot of walls and a lot of repetitiveness. That's one of the things that I do indeed dislike about building dorms, but we will get through it, hey? I'll try and keep you entertained with my commentary, but no promises there. I mean, it's me after all. Well, there's the second floor done. Even with a roof, that doesn't look bad, but probably won't end up with a roof, obviously. I know most of the time in the States, you share with someone in your room. That's not a thing here. We don't have any rooms that we share, at least at this uni. Right, my mouse is still double clicking. I did this, I'm recording these the day after I recorded all those last ones, but still, we're having some serious issues. I won't be able to get a new mouse now until like middle of July probably, so there's no point trying to delay recording videos because my mouse is somewhat crap. I think we'll limit it to 3 floors just because I don't want any more. I guess we could still make that look kind of traditional if we did keep that roof, but there we go. I'm not going to. Yep, that's the top floor, yeah. And I like that column. I love that column. Farrah Mouse and I were just on Skype earlier on because this is the day after I recorded. Well, it's the day we recorded her part of the collab. And we were just chatting away about this sort of stuff and just playing around. It was pretty cool. Wow. It's not what we wanted to happen there. Good old game. Stop. Stop rotating around that axis. That's horrible. There we go. And then get these doors in there. Not there. And there. Move over here and do these ones. A lot of this stuff is actually going to be quite easy. It'll just be the bedrooms that really take a lot of time, and I'd like to kind of individualize them because I don't normally do that when I'm building dorms, but I feel like since we're doing this as a mega build, it would be wise to do that. So that's what the plan is. That's in the completely wrong place. Same there. Well done, Meg. And that one, too. That one went in the right place. Go us. Oh, come on. Move objects, you piece of annoyingness. See, the plan is to get the floor plan completely done and dusted before we even like finish this episode, because I just feel like that would be a nice way to go about things. Just have a nice preparedness, and that's that. So I'm just gonna start off by now, the thing about dorms is they do have standard furniture. So we'll do that, but we'll kind of customize them a bit. Like add wall hangings and decorative stuff, hopefully. That's the plan, at least. And obviously we've got to add windows still, but we've got time to do that this episode. So much spam clicking right now. Apologies for that, by the way. And the hallway. Done nicely. And then this is easier. There we go. That was super duper easy. I want to get the roof done as well if we can. I'm not going to spend ages working on that roof again. Let's go with something along these lines for the top. And then some quarters. So I was trying to say 2 words at once. That's not good. That'd be good if it didn't have... That will work. I think that came with Roaring Heights, but it's perfect. That's all the way right. Not there. Do it there. Yeah. You find a lot more flat roofs on things than anything else here. Although my halls of residence don't have a flat roof. They actually have real roofs. But they're pretty cool. They still look very modern and contemporary and stuff, so. But they look more like townhouses than dorms. Because it's like a style of... It's a different style of dorm, to say the least. So yeah. I feel like we should put windows in the center on the top. What are those ones? No. Do not like those one bit. I also love these, by the way. They're fantastic. I like them a lot. Just messing around now, trying to find some ones that I like, because I want to go contemporary, obviously, but I don't want the full height windows. I kind of want to go for something else. Perhaps we should give those a try. I love the Roaring Heights stuff. I love that it kind of can be applied to like other stuff as well. Can be applied to like quite contemporary building. I'm just gonna... Yeah. Kind of needed to do that. And I'm gonna do that one too, because it was annoying me. Come on! And it looks like these guys on the end might get some extra windows. Lucky you. These are quite... No. I do feel like this is the look we're going for. Didn't I turn off? Oh, I didn't turn it off. That would explain why. And then on these shorter lengths we will also do that. I put that on the wrong thing, but there we go. That's 5 wide, so we won't do it on that. Where did you end up? You ended up on there. That's weird. Might be easier to do it from inside. And that's the top right, yep. Right, let's get that one Put it in the right place. Thank you. And then we'll grab the longer ones. Like I said, roaring height stuff does work well in these contemporary type builds. Lucky person here on each end is going to have a little bit more light in their room than they were anticipating. Be interesting to see my halls next year, because I'm going for a similar style of accommodation. I no en-suites or nothing, but as much as I wanted one. But you see, the thing is, I have a sink in my room next year, which is interesting to me. It's like, why would I need a sink but not anything else? But I understand why. I mean, drinking water, brushing your teeth, washing your hands. You probably need a sink more than a toilet. And when you need a sink is often the same as everybody else. So I kind of get where they're coming from. Let's do and do. And let's go with... See, we have a lot of traditional brickwork on our things. I'm not even kidding, like a lot. So I'm just thinking about going for like a beige kind of brick. The brick I've got on my house is like a proper deep red brick, but the one I'm literally looking out my window right now, looking at houses, because they're the ones I live in. There's some absolutely identical opposite me, but there's also some to my left that are have a more yellowish brick, kind of like what we've got going on this thing here. And just give me a sec, I'm gonna look out the other side. It's a little bit harder to see out the other side, but there we go. Oh, I actually can't see them. Ah, well. I can't see the other ones, but I'm certain there's some white brick. Some just like white, not brick, just plaster wall, kind of stucco. So I'm going to try that, and then keeping it modern, because this is kind of inspired by where I am. I'm going to do this thing, which might seem weird, but at the same time might be kind of cool. Just bear with this a second. I might do it like this, but I'm not sure. Let's take that, put it on there. That looks good to me, and then center one. And let's just wait for that to do, and then we'll see if that works out. Because we have a lot of things like that in our halls right now. A lot of that kind of stripes of an extremely bright colour kind of deal going on. Let's try doing it with the misc one and going with like a more... Let's try like a deep kind of... That looks cool. Let's do that. And let's do it along here. Along like that. I like that a lot. And I want to do it along these guys as well. All the kind of like indented bits, so to speak. And then all the way around that kitchen area sort of space. Yeah, this is kind of running long, but I feel like once we're done with this, we get to all the fun stuff. So yeah, I actually really like this. I'm really impressed with the way this is turning out. So that's good. I do wonder how it'll look on that edge. Still pretty sweet. I've got to say, I'm still liking it. I feel like maybe down the center, just break it up like that. Maybe there. Or there. Weirdly, I think like that works. Anyways, that ought to do it. I will see you again in the next episode.